Hi there, Big Brother fans. It is Monday, June 29th, and we are still waiting to hear something about Big Brother. I am heading back to work for my first Monday in 3 months. Now, I did work last week as well. Before that, I was working from home the whole time, but I really don't have a chance to record much when I'm working from home. So here's a short one this morning to kind of give you a quick rundown of what I know, which is very little, which is why it will be a short rundown. However, I do have some news that I didn't have before yesterday. Well, there's a few things going on. First of all, we can't talk about this without talking about why Big Brother is going on right now. Of course, the coronavirus, COVID-19 pandemic has killed production for Big Brother and anything else going on. And we've never been given any detailed information yet from CBS, so we're forced to hang on every little scrap that comes out about things. I spent some time this weekend perusing websites looking for anything that I might be able to glean some information from. Of course, is CBS Studio in LA County, which is the county that you're hearing about? Yes, it is. So if you hear LA County, yes, CBS Studios are in LA County. So just an FYI. Of course, there are people that are out that are rolling their eyes like, of course I know that, Mike. Well, Mike didn't know that. And so he had to look it up to make sure that was relevant. And it is. They just announced they're closing all bars in LA County over the weekend. So back to closing. I mean, they were closed and then they got reopened and now they're closed again. So I don't know. Nobody is saying anything. There's been rumors, of course, of the All-Star cast, of an All-Star cast, of a cast of returnees. And there are former house guests that are having fun with that and are posting pictures of taking a trip or I'm doing something. Oh, gonna be offline for a few days. Who knows? But one of the people that a lot of folks assume will do Big Brother, if they were offered, is Dan Gheesling, winner of Big Brother 10, runner-up of Big Brother 14, considered by some to be the greatest player of all time, the GOAT, as it were. He does fall into my category of one of the best players of all time. He does not fit the category of greatest because I don't have a greatest. Yes, you can come at me. I know people have. Whoop-de-frickin-do. You're welcome to your opinion, and I'm welcome to mine. But last week at one point during one of his... Dan, what is Dan doing? This was my question to someone. What does Dan do for a living now? Dan was if memory serves, Dan was either a teacher and a coach or a high school coach or a junior high coach or something along those lines. I believe at a Catholic school, maybe? I'm not 100% sure, but that sticks in my mind because he had this whole wholesome image of himself, married and da-da-da-da-da-da. Anyways, I don't know if Dan still has that job. But what Dan does do a lot is get on Twitch, which is a streaming service, which is used by people that play video games to show themselves playing video games and talk. It's also used by, Rob has a podcast, the people that Taryn and company to do their podcasts, and TR and Louie and Susie and Shafika to do their Podquester stuff that I have jumped on occasionally. And anyway, so it's an online streaming platform. And Dan has that, and he's been doing that, and he has people that support him, subscribers, I think patrons, yada, 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 and he makes money doing that. That may be his entire livelihood. He may get paid for endorsements and stuff like that for doing that kind of stuff. So last week at some point, somebody asked Dan a question in chat while he was doing one of these, saying, "Are you going to be around next week? What's going on?" And Dan goes, "Why? What about?" And I'm totally paraphrasing here. "Why? What about next week?" "Yeah, well, next week's going to be kind of short, maybe. What about it?" or something. It just was very weird, and Dan is very self-aware about how anything he says is going to be read. So his answer could have been totally intentional to sound vague and to get people talking. Because look, it did. He said he'd have an announcement about next week, or next week's going to be short. And so I think this was next week. We just finished the next week. But he did announce yesterday, or someone announced, that all this coming week, Dan's Twitch stream will all be replays, best ofs, whatever. And on Sunday, there'll be a special announcement. So, of course, everyone has freaked out. Not everyone, people that have noticed it. And are trying to figure out, what's he doing? Is he trolling us? Is he going to be on Big Brother? Is he going out to quarantine? I don't know. Yes, he's doing something. He may just be on vacation. You know, someone was like, how could he do this? Well, he could actually just take a vacation. And he might have normally said, you know, I'm taking a week off, guys, for vacation. Maybe, here's a thought. Maybe he realizes he's going to go on Big Brother. So he's going to be gone for up to 2 months or some period of time. And he said to his wife, look, why don't I take a break? Why don't I take a week off? We'll go spend some family time together before I disappear for up to 2 months. Maybe he's not going to LA yet. And maybe he is. I just don't know. And that's exactly why Dan did it. It's exactly why he didn't tell us exactly what he was doing, even if there's a totally logical explanation to why Dan is not going to be on for the next week. If Dan told us exactly why, first of all, people wouldn't believe him. And second of all, he wouldn't have fun with it. So he's having fun with it. He's trolling us. He's not giving us information. He's not going to announce on Sunday, this coming Sunday, that he is on Big Brother. If he's going to be on Big Brother's making that announcement. They aren't giving Dan the opportunity to make the announcement himself. Now, he may announce it, but if he does, it will already have been announced by CBS, and he's just putting out his spin on it. You know, he's already recorded his, hey guys, I'm going to be on Big Brother. Here's my announcement. So, you know, we can't interpret this stuff. You can't figure it out. You're never going to know. He's, of any of the former house guests, he's the perfect one to play with people's heads on this. So just let it go. Don't worry about it. You'll find out soon enough. And we'll speculate about it until then. So that's what we know about Big Brother right now. A whole lot of nothing. And we may hear something this week. You know, possible. We may. They may throw it out right on Friday. They may throw it out right before the weekend. We may hear about it on Tuesday. Tuesday seems to be a day that a lot of things happen. You know, new records come out. Sometimes announcements are made. So let's see if something happens tomorrow. Maybe. Maybe not. Don't know. I would say right now that I can't imagine CBS is going to make a firm date announcement this week when things have kind of gone up and blown up a little bit with the whole pandemic situation, specifically in California. There are now people throwing it out there that they think that it's going to get canceled completely. I still don't think it'll get canceled completely. I don't think that's the case. I do not think CBS will cancel Big Brother for the season, but they may be pushing it back further again. I don't know. I'm still going with an August start date. But I'm not expecting an announcement. I'm expecting announcements later than it was going to be. And, of course, there's a spoiler account out there, which we have no idea of knowing if it's accurate at all, or it may just be, you know, someone who has a little tiny bit of information. All they have to do now is say, oh, because they've been saying 22nd was the start date. All they have to do now is say, oh, yes, it's been pushed back because of COVID. And people will buy it because they're the spoiler account. And, of course, they may not know. But, yeah. So, that's what's up, guys. It's a beautiful day here in tropical Indiana. As I drive to work, and I'm almost there. It's 76 degrees already, but quite humid. And I hope you're all doing well. Last night I watched episode 10 of Big Brother Australia. If you haven't watched that yet, well, just check my timeline on Twitter. I tweeted out a link. several links that would get you to the episodes, and you can watch it. I do not spoil. I will not say everybody doesn't spoil, though, because Big Brother Couch Potato, Dr. Detroit, tweeted out a news article, a video about the most recent evicted house guest, the one that we saw evicted yesterday. And he said, here's a video from the evicted house guest and what they knew about COVID-19 at the time in the house. But I watched the clip, and it's like, okay, there's a clip. It's auto-playing on my Twitter stream. Oh, yep, there's the picture of the evicted house guest. Okay, well, I hope you aren't watching this if you don't know who was evicted. I was paranoid that I was going to see a new face because, in theory, there's a new person evicted today that I haven't seen that episode yet that would have been played a few hours ago. But I watched it like a dumbass, waiting to see what face was shown, and I could have been spoiled, but I wasn't. Anyways, that's what's up. I am pulling into my parking space, so you guys, like I have an individual parking space, I'm pulling into the parking garage where I work, and you guys have a good day, and we'll talk to you later. I hope you're all doing well. Hope you're all staying safe. And I would encourage everyone to wear masks. As much as people may hate them, when you are in close contact with other people, you should do it. I do it. And with that, I'm out of here. See you guys later. Take care. Bye.